evening. We're all invited to take another terrifying journey into the world of mystery, suspense, and terror. Let's turn on all the lights, lock the doors and windows, sit back and enjoy this evening's chilling tale.
Alright, well thank you for tuning in to the Eek channel. My name is James, and today I'm joined by my co-host,
Josh.
And on today's episode, we got just a couple horror movie news topics to discuss.
Let's do it.
The first one of which is this movie, The Lighthouse. Now, The Lighthouse is from director Robert Eggers, who did The Witch.
Yes.
And I'm actually really, really amped about this movie. The bummer was our local art house cinema did have a limited run of it.
Oh.
Yep. And it's over.
Ugh.
I know.
Hence limited.
Yep.
Bummer.
And I can't put the blame on them. It was me. I didn't make it a priority. I really wanted to go see it in theaters and support it, but I didn't. And it's no one's fault but my own. And that sucks. But I'm really stoked about it. It is starring Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Which I know old Robbie P's kind of redeeming himself from his Twilight days.
For sure. Since then, I think he's done enough to show that, hey, he can act. I think it's hard to see him not as that character
It's hard.
still.
Yeah.
But I think and for me, who had to watch the Twilight movies, don't ask why, but I did. I can see past that at this point.
I don't know that I can, and I need to because he's going to be Batman, and so I have to get it figured out before then. So I'm really hoping that this movie will really do it for me and get me past it. It got $10 million at the box office for its limited run, which is pretty dang good.
Oh, in its run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In its very limited run, it made $10 million at the box office, which is pretty good for such a small film. It's small. For those who were just listening, I did small with quote fingers. That I guess that doesn't really translate to the audio-only version of the show, but there you go. Josh, I need you to quote stage directions whenever I need you to interpret. Okay. I did see a little tidbit of a review about this. I'm really excited about the movie in general. I saw a tidbit of a review from Bloody Disgusting's Serena Fisher. I didn't read the full review because I didn't want to spoil the movie. Mm-hmm. But her little kind of one-line quote is, "It is truly a nightmare at sea, one that shows shades of the prowess and madness of Evil Dead 2.
Huh.
Yeah. That was a comparison I wasn't expecting, but it just makes me that much more intrigued.
Yeah, at least from the trailer, it has those very demonstrative overacted moments.
Sure.
And it has this.
You can't kill a seabird.
It's obviously in black and white.
Yep.
And I think that kind of makes you go back to that time when just overacting was the thing.
Sure.
But it seems like it just takes you into this complete other era.
Yeah.
In a setting that, I guess it's been in other movies, but not predominantly that.
Right. And I think that it's going to be obviously just a tale about isolation and what that does to these two characters. And I'm super interested. Any other things that you kind of just picked up from the trailer?
It looks like they try really hard to make it authentic looking. And I know, I think every movie tries that.
Right.
But it just, even the way it looks and the filter on the lens, and it just looks old in a good way.
It looks very raw, that's for sure. So it is getting an on-demand release before Christmas.
Ooh.
Which is really why I wanted to bring it up today.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. We will get to watch this before we do our 2019 year in review. And I didn't think we were going to get to.
That's great.
So, yeah, it'll be on demand December 20th. The Blu-ray will be coming out a little bit after, January 7th. So it will be after probably we do our year in review because we'll do it the first week of January. But still, I mean, coming out pretty quick, and I am super excited about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd never heard of it. Looks great.
Oh, I had my eye on it for a little while, and it's in that place too where like people are like, is it a horror movie? Because The Witch was probably a little bit more horror, but whenever she says things like the madness of Evil Dead 2, like that, I don't know, like
I think that's a tough description to just throw out there without some legitimate things like that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Okay, so the next thing we have here is I'm not necessarily excited to talk about it, but I feel like we should. We talked about way back, I think it was in the summertime, they teased this at like E3 or something. I can't remember. There's a new Walking Dead spinoff series because one bad spinoff wasn't enough. We needed to make another one. To be fair, this one looks much more original than Fear the Walking Dead, which was literally, hey, let's do the same thing, but on the West Coast. It's like, wait, why? So that's kind of a plus. The new Walking Dead series has gotten a name. It is The Walking Dead World Beyond.
Yes.
It features 2 young female protagonists, and these are the first generation of folks to come of age during the Walking Dead apocalypse. A 10-episode season is coming spring of 2020, and there is a new trailer. What did you think about this trailer?
Man, it's real tough to get behind another thing.
Yeah.
I stopped watching the original Walking Dead at a certain point because I felt like it lost its way and it really wasn't compelling. I did not watch any of Fear the Walking Dead for kind of the same reason.
Yeah.
And I saw this trailer and it feels similar, but instead of it feeling comfortable and homey, it felt just why?
Why?
Why? What are you bringing to the table that's different?
Yep.
So it's the next generation.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't.
Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't. I guess it's a fresh take, but then why does it have to be The Walking Dead? Like we had this in our Child's Play review. Like so many times we have these ideas of like, oh, this could be a slightly fresh take on this type of story. That doesn't mean you need to make it a remake or a spinoff or whatever. Ditch the IP. Just make a new show about teenagers fighting zombies if that's the show that you want to make. Why does it have to be Walking Dead? People are going to say, oh, well, we needed it because no one would have paid attention to it otherwise. Here's a hint. You're probably going to have less people paying attention to it because it's Walking Dead, and the brand is just so fatigued at this point. Like, I don't care about Walking Dead. I stopped reading the comics, and I really enjoyed those.
Yep.
Even then, I'm just done with it. I'm so bored of it. It's over. It just needs to die, but just like the creatures in the comic and the show, it refuses to. It needs to be put out of its misery and shot in the head, head cut off, body burned, something. I won't watch this show.
No.
I won't watch it. We won't cover it on the podcast. I feel like it's necessary for us to talk about it in the news segment, just that it's happening. Even if this comes out and blows people's freaking minds, and it's like the best rated show on TV, like Walking Dead was at one point, I'm still not going to watch it.
No.
No interest.
0.
The Walking Dead / Marvel Runaways. Why? I'm just not interested.
Stop.
That's basically what it is.
Stop it. You can expand a universe too far. You can just too far.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to help the show, you can rate, review, like, subscribe, do all the internet things. You can follow us on Instagram at EekChannel, EekChannel. And this week is actually going to be our last week of kind of standard issue episodes for the year. We're taking a little bit of a break in December. We're still going to be doing some stuff behind the scenes, but as far as getting your weekly doses of Eek Channel. It's gonna be until the new year. So I hate to be that guy, but we'll see you next year. Actually, that's not true. When you listen to this one, we'll still have one more episode coming out after this. But this is the last week of episodes. But just because we're disappearing in December, don't think that we're gone forever. We are definitely coming back. We're just taking a little bit of time, people being with families and all that kind of stuff, and just getting stuff prepared for season 2.
We'll be back like a zombie.
We're doing a season 2. Woo! We've almost made it an entire year of doing this show, and we're gonna keep going.
And they said we couldn't.
Somebody probably did.
Amen.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and stay eeky out there.
This has been a production of Eek Channel. We make spooky stuff for people like you. You can discover more content like this at eekchannel.com. Or find us on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all the places. And don't be shy, we like making new friends. Thank you for tuning in, and stay eeky out there.